Hi everyone, my name is Renee Mullings-Lewis. I am a self-love coach. I am a bit of a spiritual guide. I'm also a healer, and I own a company called Modern Day Wise Women where I coach people to have an outstanding relationship with themselves and create/manifest the life of their dreams. Thank you for being here today. Typically on a Tuesday, I do a self-love masterclass, which is a video. But I've had a lot of requests from people who have been asking for an audio. So I thought today would be a perfect day to do some self-love mantra work. Now, the mantra that I'm going to basically have us work on is a mantra that is going to support us in creating from desire versus lust. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that this morning I posted a post on how to discern between lust and desire. Now, I know that not everyone has read the post, so I'm going to actually read what I wrote now, and then we're going to talk a little bit, and I'm going to give you the mantra work, okay? So let's begin. How to discern desire versus lust? This is an excellent question, and here is my answer. As I see it, lust is somewhat insatiable, and in many ways it seeks to devour, to take, or to go after something. And it is most often driven from the aspect of ourself that thirsts or hungers for something or someone. Our thinking is often centered around how we must have it or how we cannot be happy without it. Lust drives us mad. It rattles our dreams, harasses our spirit, and leaves us desperate for oxygen. It causes us to act in ways that often drives us to abandon our higher self, ignore our intuition and personal needs or vision, just so we can get that thing or that person. Lust is all-consuming and cares little about collateral damage or consequences. Lust is all about feeding. Now, desire is a highly charged emotion, just as lust is. Only its roots are planted in the garden of possibility. It seeks to enrich and fulfill versus fill a void/emptiness or medicate wounds infected with fury, frustration, and lack. Where there is pure desire, there is no ego, there is no fight, and there is no suffering or torment. Desire gets you excited for yourself and has nothing, absolutely nothing, to do with gaining likes or favor or caring about what other people think about you. Desire sets you free where lust shines the illusion of freedom only to leave you trapped when the luster has worn away. Desire sends water from the purest springs of source-driven inspiration. Lust is like the rain that falls after the desert drought, still satisfying, but make no mistake, it is called upon and wished for to serve a completely different purpose. The best way to discern which one is driving you is for you to ask yourself, if you feel that you can't really trust yourself, you're too out of body or off center to answer this question truthfully, then turn to the wise women or wise woman in your life for intuitive support. Remember that lust isn't bad if you know how to temper it and cool it. When you play with lust, you are playing with fire. Be aware. And if you insist on playing with fire, entrust a friend with you and your plan. So if the flames become too high, they have the power to step in and help you to put the fire out. So I want you to really just take a deep breath, because there's a lot of information, and I know a lot of us are constantly trying to figure out, is it ego that's driving me, or is it my higher self that's driving me? One of the things that I always say is that if you listen to yourself, you always know the answer. In fact, if you're questioning yourself, that's a good indication that there might be some ego involved. You know, there's just a lot of freedom that we experience when we're driven by desire. We don't have as much worry, concern, or anxiety when we're purely in full desire. When we're in desire, we often are willing to risk it, but we're not risking dangerously. And what I mean by that is, it's not like there's going to be consequences that will hurt you, so to speak. Instead, the consequences will revolve around letting go or shedding part of your identity. And so it's not to say that that's not painful, but what you can see is that desire seeks to have you let go, or seeks to drive you towards something in order for you to expand and grow. Whereas lust often is taking you steps backwards. And you always know it, you really do. The mantra that I want to offer you all is this one. I am creating fully from a place of desire. Let's just say that again. I am creating fully from a place of desire. So what you can do is, if you've got plans, I know many of us are looking at how we want to end the year, you know, maybe we're looking at goals that were set and you want to tie up the loose ends, or you're looking at goals that you want to create for 2016. So you want to ask yourself, am I creating from desire or from lust? And listen to the answer that you get. If you're not feeling like you can trust yourself fully because maybe you've been abandoning yourself, self-sabotaging yourself, maybe you've been making decisions and choices that have not been the best ones for you, then ask a wise woman in your life or the wise woman in your life. And then finally, you want to be using the mantra, which is, I am creating fully from a place of desire. And this is going to allow you to really just integrate your higher self into all that you do. And certainly if you're not doing that, definitely there's going to be a huge warning sign or a red flag or something that's going to stop you dead in your tracks. So the last thing that I want to touch upon is signs, because a lot of people seem to have difficulty understanding when a sign is meant to propel them or when a sign is actually meant to tell them that they are going in a direction that doesn't serve them. So how you discern this is to apply the same tool by asking yourself, am I being driven by desire or am I being driven by lust? Am I doing this because I don't feel good enough? Am I doing this because I feel I don't quite have it yet? Is it the insecure aspect or part of myself that really, really badly wants for this to happen? Or am I doing this because it brings me joy? Am I doing this because it feels like this is a part of my self-expression? Am I doing this because I just want to? Am I doing this because I'm curious? When I check in with my body, do I feel alive? Do I feel good and proud of myself? These are the kinds of things that you want to ask. And when the signs come up, if you're asking these questions and you're answering them truthfully, you'll know if the universe is training you to push you harder because you're meant for more and you're going in the right direction. This is just character building, or if this is a warning. So I sincerely hope that this has been helpful for you. If you really like audios, you can find more of my audios on Renee, Mullings-Lewis.com or moderndaywisewoman.com, and you can check the shop out there and get those. But I will try to do more of these because I recognize that people really like things to listen to. And one of the things that you can do so that you don't have to only listen to this on YouTube is you can get a YouTube to MP3 converter. Like, you can go Google that, and so then you can put in this YouTube link, convert it to an MP3, download it, and listen to it whenever you want to, and share it with your friends and family if that feels like something you want to do as well. So just want to check in and see if there's anything else there that I want to say about lust versus desire. I don't think that there is. I think, friends, that there are just far too many of us that are creating out of lust, creating from a place of lack. And I really feel like if we're creating from a place of desire, then we are all more likely to be successful, and we're also more likely to be tenacious. Because when you're creating from desire, you don't fear failure as much, You're really just driven because you enjoy it. And so if you fail, it's just like, oh, I failed. Well, because I'm having so much fun, or because I like it, or because I feel connected to it, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to master my craft. I'm going to keep getting better and better at it. A sign of lust is that when the shine fades away, when the luster fades away, you kind of feel like, what the hell am I doing here? Or why am I doing this? You don't even know why sometimes, or you desperately want to just get out. Something doesn't feel consistent and right. So those are some other signs to help you. Last but not least, if you are listening to this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure that you get my videos, so Self-Love Masterclass, as well as these lessons, audio lessons, and mantras delivered to you whenever they're published. These come out every Tuesday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me there. My Instagram handle is @moderndaywisewoman. And that's all one word and all capitals. If you like this format, if you like me expanding on the Instagram post, then please be sure to give this a thumbs up and like it. And maybe I'll do more of that. All right? You all have yourselves a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste.